Alright, Shalom. For the front, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. To our I came across the globe, putting word truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is our diet now from the GMAT Chicago camp with a little lesson. Just basically I was talking to some brothers, and a brother made a statement, about being presumptuous. And and he had made a good point, about being presumptuous and just doing it. Because we got to understand that the people who are without, these 2/3, these church folks, okay, they're living the word, or not living because they're not living the word. They're going by their own vain opinions and thoughts about how it is that the Lord wants people to do, And they're going out, establishing their own righteousness, leading to their own understanding. Through the Spirit, we're going to get some of these scriptures out. But the world are just really presumptuous at what it is, that the things that they're doing in a sense that they feel that they're doing right. Just because they're not doing so-called heinous crimes such as murder or pedophilia or anything like that. They think that they're okay. It's being presumptuous. All right, and I want to look into the word presumptuous real quick. Let me see. Slovakia. In 2 Peter. 2 Peter. Slovakia. 2 Peter. We'll start at 9. 2 Peter 2:9 says, "The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished." All right. So the Lord, the Lord put you in that jam, He can get you out. All right. You gotta call on the name of the Lord when you're in situations where you're weak. Okay. It's one of the tools and the understanding that we have dealing with Yahweh Shai is that He gave us all the tools to withstand this wickedness, man, if you're part of the elect. So the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. Okay? So the Lord is keeping some of these people just to destroy them. Alright? Here's the point I wanted to make is in verse 10. But chiefly, but mainly, expressly, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. And I brought that out because I wanted to make a few points. Okay, so the Lord has reserved the unjust until the day of punishment. And then He goes on to say in verse 10 who those people are. Alright? And it all ties into the lesson about being presumptuous, alright? It said, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness. Alright, so you have people out here who are walking in the flesh, man. Who are walking out here are doing things that's desirable and pleasurable into the flesh. Being homosexuals and pedophiliacs. Alright? Being Luciferians. Alright? So, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Because two-thirds of our people don't want to be in order, man. They'll do everything to be in compliance to Esau's kingdom. You know, they'll get their city stickers, and they'll drive around with their insurance and put on their seatbelt and file their taxes. Okay. When it comes to them being in order with the Lord, putting away abominable flesh, putting away their wicked and evil deeds, being in subjection to the elders and to the brothers above you, and the wives unto their husbands, you know. It says, presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. And I want to bring this scripture, this definition of presumptuous.
Strong's G 5113, Talmetes.
So the Greek word for presumptuous, talmetes, which means a daring man. Okay. So our people are actually tempting the Lord. Let's see if we can get that. Tempting the Lord by walking in their self-willedness, man. Okay, let's get this real quick. It says, this is Luke 4:12. And Yahushua answering and said unto him, it is said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power, man. So you should be walking around as a daring man, okay, being bold, walking after the lust of the flesh, not considering that you're going to pay for those things in the day of judgment. All right? He says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, daring are they, man. Tempting the Lord are they, right? Let's look at that word self-will.
Strong's G 829, Alphades.
All right, so alphades, the Greek word for self-will. I mean self-pleasing, self-willed, and arrogant, man. All right. So we know that to fulfill the lust of the flesh, all right, it says Galatians 5:16, and thus I say then, walk in the spirit, you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. All right, so if you're not walking disorderly, if you're not walking boldly and walking arrogantly and proudly, and you're walking in the spirit of the Lord, and you're not going to fulfill the lust of the flesh, man. All right, you're not going to want those earthly and worldly desires, or the earthly and worldly riches that corrupt, but you're going to want that uncorruptible crown, okay? And we're building up our treasures in heaven, man. All right? So we're not to be walking around self-willed, presumptuous, okay? We're not to be doing those things, man. All right? Let's go into Sirach. I'll do it like this. There we go. Hold on. Okay. This Sirach 8 and 15, it says, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will. Thou shalt perish with him through his folly, man. Alright? So not to be presumptuous, because being presumptuous, you're being self-willed. Okay? You're being bold, you're being daring, you're tempting the Lord. Alright? Not to be walking with a brother who's not a brother but a nigga who doesn't observe the time, man. A person, you may have a friend, right? Like you might be trying to receive the truth, right? You know, we all got, we all had them friends where, yeah, one who just didn't, who just contrary to, even though y'all still cool, he's always contrary, man. The one that was a little more heartless than the rest of us. All right, you got guys, who have some type of discretion amongst themselves. Then you got that one guy who just like, man, he's rolling weed at the stoplight. He's selling weed right in front of the police station, so to speak. Just being bold. He's mocking the men of the Lord when they're out there trying to teach. Blaspheming the name of the Lord. Hey, we're not to be dealing with those guys, man, who are brazen to steal at any whim of a dime. So unless he become grievous unto thee, unless you be caught up in his own madness, man. All right, he says, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Hold on. Touch his pitch. So Sirach 13 and 1, he that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Salakia. Okay? Alright, so not to be walking with a bold fellow, alright, getting defiled with his pitch, alright, which is his dirt. So that he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. And then we just read in Sirach. We just read in Sirach, the 8th chapter, the 15th verse, which says, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he be grievous unto thee. Alright? You don't be you don't touch somebody who's dirty, man. Alright, so for he would do according to his own will. And that own will goes back to that self-will. Right, which means proud and arrogant, man. Thou shalt perish with him through his folly. Hey, we just got through reading again. Okay? We got through reading again in Sirach, the 13th chapter. Alright, but it's saying that had no fellowship with a proud man, and thou shalt be like unto him. You don't get destroyed with him, man. Being presumptuous, man. Being daring and self-willed, man. Alright? Hey, we're not to be, matter of fact, Salakia. In Sirach 37 and 16, it says, let reason go before every enterprise, and counsel before every action. All right, so not to be moving around all willy-nilly, man. You're supposed to be thinking things through, observing the time, not being presumptuous, not being self-willed. Okay? Hey, we got the tools to go around here and to move in a midst full of snakes and wolves, man. Salaki. Salaki. The word, the scripture I'm looking for. In Sirach 27:12, it says, if thou be amongst the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding, man. All right, so we find ourselves being around the indiscreet, them bold fellows, them presumptuous guys who just go around thinking that they're doing, walking to their own beat of their own drum. All right, and you don't want to be that man, bro. And you don't want to be the one who just takes for granted that the Lord is going to do things for you because He always can. Because at any time He can withdraw His hand from you, man. All right. Yeah, the preacher earlier. Well, since I'm already, I'm gonna get out and get it. This 2 Ezra 7:21. So for the Most High is giving a straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even if they came, and what they should do to avoid punishment, man. All right. So the Lord has given us straight commandment of the things that we should do, man. All right. Hey, we're not here to be to take the Lord's slackness. Matter of fact, let me see if I get that. Hope I did it right. I knew I was gonna have it. The scripture basically says that here we go. Zephaniah 1:12, and it shall come to pass that at that time thou wilt search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will He do evil. All right, and those are guys that are being presumptuous, man. And that's a bold statement. All right, while the Lord is going around there looking for faithful men, all right, to sit here and say because the Lord loves everybody, all right, which is that damn doctrine that's being spread, that the Lord's not gonna do nothing to me, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let's get this. All right. I think the pacified by many offenses. Let's see where it's spell it right. Okay. Damn. I don't see it. Okay, I'll move on. All right, but hey, the Lord's not gonna be pacified. All right, just because you keeping the Shabbat, or that you're doing doing all these lessons. All right, but if you're not right in the mind, in the way of the Lord, hey, those things mean nothing, man. All right. All right, so we can't be self-willed. We just got to go out here and keep the commandments. All right, follow the Lord, not to lean onto our own understanding. All right, Not to be presumptuous and self-willed, man. The Romans, um, it says, Romans 10:2, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. So for they are ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. Okay? So we got people out here who going around thinking that because they don't, they're not as this harlot or this drug dealer, okay, that's okay to eat pork. That's okay to have celebrate Christmas and New Year's. All right, you do that because you haven't submitted yourself into the whole understanding or the gift that Yahweh Shai Shai has given to his men, man. And you people are still in awe that the Lord has dealt with the lowly to bring forth his word, all right, to establish leaders, okay, and that some of them are living up under your roof, man. You have access to the men of the Lord, all right, but you got people who are going around living presumptuously, self-willed, going around to establish their own righteousness instead of just doing what the Lord asked them to do. That's straight commandment, man. Proverbs 3:5 is to trust in Yahweh with all thy heart and lean not into thine own understanding, man. All right. So we gotta put off that fleshly carnal mind, upon the spirit of the Lord. All right, not leaning to our own understanding, man. Okay, but to do this, um, I'll get it. It's John 7:38 says, "He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." And so you gotta follow the scriptures, follow the Lord as He has said, man. Read the scriptures to what the Lord have put in those, man. All right, not being presumptuous, but just doing the will of the Lord, man. Matter of fact, um, no, I'll put it like this. Um, what's that? Those who do the will of the Lord. Damn. All right. was Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, man. Okay? So those who are doing what the Lord say, the will of the Father, all right? Hey, those are the ones that's going to be getting risen up and getting those beatitudes from the Lord, man. All right? Not the ones who say, Lord, Lord, going to the holler houses and chanting around and dancing around for 3 hours, man. But those who do the will, those who are not being presumptuous. All right? Let me see. Let me get this one. This is James 4:17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin, man. Because a lot of you damn church folks, you know adultery is wrong, man. You know homosexuality is wrong. You know shedding innocent blood and bearing false witness is wrong, man. All right. Hey, but you don't do those things, man. You're in a spirit of if it got nothing to do with me, I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. And hey, and that ought not to be. All right, it would have to be presumptuous, but to do the will of the Heavenly Father, man. So that one say, "Call halal, Yahabash me on shy." Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.